Hello, I'm here in Creative Fortnite DB and frostnite 128 to show you how to build the trap tunnels. I've already beaten frostnite 128 about 12 times, and it's pretty much guaranteed win as long as you get the boss out before he gets and destroys the tunnels, and as long as propane doesn't go off, then you're pretty much safe with these tunnels. And when you start off as the main trap builder, you need I usually go for machinist, Harper or machinist, the Viking lady, I don't remember what her name is now. Yeah, because it makes reload speed more on the traps and more damage. So I like to play as her, and then we have heavy base for the floor launchers. And usually we start off by building metal around the burner like this. Oh. And yeah, that's usually what the builder does, but I want to have it here just to show you guys. This is usually how it starts off with, and if you have heavy base, put it on here, because if you put it here, he will cover all the floor launchers and give them 30% extra reload speed, which is what you want on the floor launchers. But if you have it somewhere there in this corner that I'm looking at now with my thing, then it's only gonna cover portion of the floor launchers. And we like to cover all of the floor launchers with heavy base, so we put him here, and then we close it off as well, and like this. Whoa. Yeah, so let's say we start off by looking where is the spawn coming from. You see it on the mini map or the main map. If you would look on the main map, you see, let's say that they are coming from what's this, the north. Then you start off by doing a tunnel in the north, and I usually start off with I use oh, this is not what I wanted to do. I usually use brick to build the tunnel, and this is the beginning of this is where they spawn, and usually I close this off. I do not use ramps because they sometimes go up the ramps, so that's not a good idea. And then and this is the beginning tunnel, and here we place it doesn't really matter, like mostly floor spikes, the wooden floor spikes. And let me get some traps so I can show you better how there's supposed to be some traps in these. Yeah. Alright, let's get those traps. Yeah, this should be enough. And you don't want to fill out every tunnel, every single, because you start off with so few traps. I'm gonna have these traps as the as just wooden floor spikes. Don't use retractables, it's not good. It uses too much nuts and bolts. And these are the wall launchers. I put wall launchers here because sometimes they spawn here and they go here and get pushed back. And I also put wall launcher here so that the ones that spawn here and up here, there's sometimes a spawn here, that when they come down, they get pushed back. And you want to have wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launchers. And here I put wall lights. on this one and this one here, and of course gas traps everywhere up here. I don't know what I could use as a gas trap. No, it's just the automatic gas traps here. And later on you wanna cover this area as well with gas traps, most of this here. And then they come up here, and then I make it like this. These are all gas traps, of course. And I always had this open before, but they always want to break this here if I have this open for some reason. So I started having only this way open. And here, wall launchers, of course, wall launcher, lights on this wall, and lights on this wall. And usually we have wooden floor spikes here, and a flaming grill trap here. And these should be the... I'm gonna have the floor launchers as checkpoints because I don't want to go jumping in the air. It goes 3 off in this direction, and usually we have to destroy this as well. Sometimes the strikers do that for us. So let me see. And we want to go 3 off from this way. We have it just everywhere here for safety if they break anything. And we want to go 4 tiles with the floor launchers from this side. We want to go 4. Let's just cover this area with the floor launchers. Let's destroy this, it's making so much noise. What? Okay, now it's gone. Okay, these are the floor launchers. You just place them when you get mats. Usually we build like this to have up here. And we make the drops, the farm drops come up here. So we get the loot and then build some traps and yeah. So now you want to destroy this. This one goes 3 from this side. It goes 3 tiles with the floor launchers. Why is it always changing? Yeah, floor launchers. Let me see. Do I even have that? You can't do this right away in the beginning, like fill up the whole floor. You have to do it gradually. Like if they're coming from this side, you start with placing them here. Next round they might come from this, then you place them from this side, and it gradually comes along. But this tunnel here should be ready as long as you do these. And gas traps up here, of course. And then sometimes I close this off like this and place another wall launcher here to push them back again in the tunnel, and wall lights on this side. And then also another wall launcher here. So when they go here, they get pushed back. When they get here, they push back as well before they get to the burner. And I also close this off as well because sometimes they might want to break through there, and you have to upgrade everything 100%, like fully tier 3 upgrade, and possibly place something in there as well, so that they will be less likely to break through there, and they will come this way. I've seen guys have problem with them coming through here, and that's because they haven't fully upgraded it. When I've done it and fully upgrade everything, they don't come through there so far yet. but sometimes they change. And for this tunnel, the east, usually I start by placing just wooden floor spikes here, and on either side here, on this side and then this side, just wall lights to cause them stun, and so they stop for longer time under the gas traps that will be here. And I spread it out like this so that I can place, so it's kind of works as a lobber shield as well. And to place the gas traps under here on the spawn. I place them all here because they're all gonna, sometimes the spawn is further back. I don't put gas traps all the way back, just where they, like the closer to the tunnel, because it's a waste of gas trap to put it all the way in the back. So, and I also tried to close this off so that it won't go up here. Close this off so they end up going up here. And up here there is a wall where they come in, and wall here and wall here. I close this off as well so that and usually I do like this so that and wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher, and every time there's a wall launcher and the wall beside it, place wall lights here. And they sometimes come up from this mountain there, so I like to place another tunnel here, like yeah. And on this side, because this is the area, the floor launcher area, you want to close this off as well. Let's just close it off now. Wait, oh wow, this one should be open. Okay, so yeah, this is the mountain where they can come up. So I try to close this off as well. I put some traps here. Doesn't really matter what, like usually just floor spikes, even floor launcher, to make them when they come down here they're gonna be thrown up in the air, fall back down. And then usually I put a wall launcher here to push them back. Oh, and wall launcher here and wall launcher here, so the guys that are coming from up here, the husks, will go here and here, and then like they're gonna be pushed back in many ways. But behind here, because sometimes they want to break through here, I make extra protection, if you know what I mean. I place like these. And on this one, on the corner, I like to do this. It's just as a little bit extra protection. Let's get these traps here. They're so loud. It's so loud. Okay. And on this side, you do this the whole circle, like the whole circle here until it comes to the next trap tunnel. Okay, so this one should be ready as well, and gas traps of course. Oh, gas traps everywhere up here and also up here. Sometimes I put wall light and wall dynamo if I have enough nuts and bolts on either side here. And then this tunnel, wall lights here of course, and these. And sometimes they come from a spawn up here. Then I like to close this off and place more wall launchers, just for, you know, usually you have enough of that, so every time they come from here they get pushed in. And maybe some floor spikes because they're cheap to make. So if it happens that you have a spawn there, at least you're safe. You're kind of safe because they're gonna be walking here and always get pushed by the wall launchers. Okay. So, and you also have to watch it that you're not gonna have traps like this, because then the husk from the spawn above, they might drop on this, and they will not go through the tunnels, they will just come from above. So you need to have everything, nothing here. Don't have gas traps or whatever, because it's too risky. Oh. So these tunnels are ready in the north and the east. East, yeah, this east. And then this barn needs to go. Like, you loot everything from above first, because they are nuts and bolts and it's the hardest thing to get, in my opinion. So you want to have the striker destroy the barn right away. Just get her out of the way. Yeah, this is the, and you want to open up this pit here, because we're gonna use that for the, to push them back into the hole. Let's destroy everything. Okay, so the barn is standing on this. Yeah, now it's gone. Good, good, good. Okay, let's say they're coming from the south. When they come from the south, the spawn is usually around here. Here. So I usually like to close this off, this area here. Close it off completely. And many types of closing it, because I don't want them breaking through here. So we do it like this. I've made stairs like this. Then I've had guys break through here, go here, and go up the stairs, break through what was here. They broke through this, got up and onto the shield, and just walked straight through and skipped going through the tunnel. So I don't like to have stairs. Some people do it without problems, but I prefer these now. Just for I don't want them getting up somewhere and not going through the tunnels. And this one here as well, like you see, it's closed off here. And I just use wood usually for this and upgrade it, upgrade. And you want to do this the whole way, just for whenever you have time. And close it off like this, and close off here as well. It doesn't let me do it there, it's fine. And you want to do these ones here as well. I'm not going to show it because it's just simple. Okay, let's say that they're coming from here now. You want to place gas traps everywhere, of course. Oh, I have usually 2 wall launchers here. Push them back in here, and then this one is open. Put a 1 wall launcher here, and this is open, closed, and this is like this. It's not in direct line with the burner, but that's fine. Then I close this off here, and everywhere gas traps. You don't use any ceiling traps in the tunnels unless it's a gas trap. So everything that has a ceiling goes a gas trap. And here they get pushed into the hole. Just make sure you destroy the stairs. Here you have another wall launchers to push them into the hole. And Yeah, so when they come from the southwest, from this spawn, they do go here. Sometimes I have a third one here. Sometimes I try and have one here as well, but usually the spawn destroys this one, so I don't always have a wall launcher there because it always gets destroyed. And on this side here I have, wait, let me see. Sometimes if it's far back I place these ones here. This one usually gets destroyed anyway, so this doesn't really work so well. Oops. So when they come from this spawn, I like to have wall launchers here, or the next one, depending on how close the spawn is. Sometimes the spawn is like right here, and this gets destroyed. So yeah, so sometimes the spawn is also here, so I want them to come here and get pushed back by these. And then I have it here, wall launchers as well to push them into here. This is a timeout room that I use. So when they come this way, they get greeted by, you know, gas traps, wall light here or wall light here, either way, and they can come this way and into. You have to fully upgrade this one here. Fully upgrade everything, otherwise they might break through there. I usually place like this as well, so they rarely ever break through this, almost never. It's usually if it's just if it's a smasher targeting someone and running through that it breaks. Fully upgrade this and put, every time there's a timeout room, put a floor fire trap. I don't remember what it's called now. Flaming grill trap or something. Yeah, and you want to have a wall launcher pushing them into the tunnel here. And this side here as well, from the south, you want to put wall launchers everywhere. Like everywhere, to push them back away from the objective, because you want them going through the gas traps again and again and slow them down. And I usually just put floor spikes. Sometimes I put freeze trap. Sometimes, like here, I would maybe put freeze trap to freeze them under here with the wall lights before they get to this one. And I always put like what's it called? Yeah, the lights up here and the gas trap, so they stay. If you have enough nuts and bolts for dynamos, then go for it on each side here. If not, it's not necessary. I've won this many times without any dynamos. And then when you wanna, this is the southwest, and you wanna close this off as well. Like maybe even put a wall launcher here if you can, to push them into this. And then on this side I have like this to a little bit of zigzag, and another wall launcher here, wall lights here, always on the other side to the, you don't want to put a wall launcher here and push them closer to the objective, if you know what I mean. You want to get them further away. So wall launcher here, wall launcher here, and then usually this is the northwest. I usually close this off here, close this off, and I have the opening here from the southwest. So they usually come through here, and there's usually nothing here, and I have another timeout room here. You might have another timeout room here, but I just don't. And then wall lights, and another wall launcher and wall launcher, and close this off. Gas traps, gas traps, gas traps everywhere. Floor spikes on the floor, of course, maybe freeze traps, but don't use too many of them, just mostly wooden floor spikes, and wall lights or dynamos. You just need one wall light one. You don't need many wall lights here as well. And then they come onto here and get thrown up in the air. So this tunnel is pretty much ready. Wall lights here as well. And wall lights, yeah. So, and of course you want to go out to the spawn as well with some gas traps. But don't overdo it. Just have it the closest way to the you know, entrance. Like if the spawn is far away, you don't want to have gas traps all the way out here. Like it's just a waste of gas trap. You want to have it close to the area here. And yeah, so this tunnel is ready, and this one is ready as well. And you want to have gas traps. Whoa. And wall lights, wall lights, wall lights, wall lights. So excuse me. And here from this side is the west and northwest. Here I just place a gas trap on this side, and I close it off like this. So the ones that come spawn up here, they're going down here into a gas trap, into wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher. This I have open because no, or is it open? Wait a second. Yeah, this is another spawn up here when they come from the west. I close this off as well. Yeah, like this. Here I have wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher, and another wall launcher, and this area is just closed. And of course gas traps everywhere. Usually I don't put gas traps here because they might come down from the mountain down, so I have this area open, gas traps everywhere, like gas traps everywhere, here, here, here. And this area I have closed as well, so when they come from the west, and every time you see a wall launcher and a wall next to it, put wall lights, wall lights, wall lights, wall lights everywhere here, and wooden floor spikes, and then another wall launcher here. And then for the northwest tunnel, I usually have, you want to close this off here, like, because they might break through there. If you're too late to go up there when the round starts, they might want to try and break through this here, and you wanna close it all off because you don't want them going through here. So, and then usually I have this I have open because I don't want them walking over here, over the lobber shield and stuff, and into the enclosure without going through the traps. So this area has to be open here, but it's fine if you put traps, gas traps here, and you want to go out in the spawn as well a little bit, and you place gas traps out over here. Usually the spawn is like somewhere here where I am now, so usually I close this off as well. I have it open because the spawn is usually here, and I want them to go through here, and I put a wall launcher here. I might even put it here, wall launcher, but I need to show something up here in a second. So wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher. Yeah, look, it's and everywhere else wall lights, like I've said before, wall lights. And I usually put on this one wall lights as well, wall lights on this, wall lights on this, and wall lights on this one here, this one, and wall lights here as well on this one, and floor spikes everywhere here, except for in these ones you want to put where is this? Uh, you want to put flaming grill traps. Where is this? What? Am I going through all the traps, or is this just, I don't know. These flaming grill traps, flame grill traps, flame grill traps, flame grill traps. In the timeout rooms you want flaming grill traps. Gas traps. If you have enough wall dynamos to make wall dynamos, then you can place them on either side. I never use them, I just put the wall lights here. I never use them unless I have a lot of nuts and bolts and all the spawns and all the traps are covered, and I have enough spare if propane goes off. And then this one up here I usually do like this, and I close this off here so they don't try and go up here, because this is where they will come down. This is why you don't want to build like this, because they will just walk straight through here. So you want to have this one open, just nothing there. And sometimes I close this off like this as well, so that sometimes I close it off like this, but they usually break these two walls, so sometimes I just have like gas traps here, wooden floor spikes, and maybe a wall launcher here to push them back. Just solve them a little bit, maybe wall lights here, it doesn't really matter. And then they go down here in a flaming grill trap, go here, get pushed back. You know what I mean? And this tunnel is working really well for me and my team. Like, we always win unless it's the farmers don't get the boss out and the boss just smashes through everything, maybe building blocker, ricochet. You know, as long as the boss gets taken away, it's they do not go through these tunnels. Not for me at least. And up here you want to secure this also so they don't come up here. You want to upgrade everything fully. You just don't want to build and just leave it like this. You want to upgrade like as much as you can, and close it off again, and usually, yeah, and upgrade every single thing so they don't want to go up here. And then usually I place it like this so that so it's even less reason for them to come up here, because you want them to go through the tunnel. Some people have tunnels behind here, some tunnels here, but I don't do that. I just and then this is the enclosure, and here we go up to a second floor. We do not use stairs, we usually use this. So when I'm finished with my tunnels, I just run up here, and there's usually a teleporter here that takes us up to the lobber shields or some safe place. So now all the tunnels except this one is ready. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I do with these rooms here. Since I'm a machinist, I have sometimes rooms here to put my base in. Like, I put my base in here, so my base is covering a lot of these traps. If they're coming from there, I watch it on the minimap where they're coming from. If they're coming from this side and this side, I might put my base here so that it covers a lot of these traps. Makes it reload speed faster and more damage. And then everything closed up here. I don't really put wall darts on here, it's not necessary, but if you want to do it, then go for it. And here I have as well area for my base, for my machinist base, to put it here if they're coming from this side, and this side I put the base in here. So it just depends on where they're coming from, where I put my base down. Sometimes if they're coming from this side, I might place my my base in a box here. But let's finish this tunnel here. So there's a hole in here that you might want to use. Usually they spawn like right here. Maybe sometimes they go far back. But usually when I try to make two tiles like this, they destroy this one because they spawn here. And sometimes they even destroy this one as well. So you can't push them into the pit from here. But sometimes it works, so I do it anyways. So from this spawn I start here, and of course gas traps everywhere. And you don't want to do this here like I did now, because they spawn up here as well and will walk onto this. So here we have it like they drop down from this side to here, so I have a wall launcher here to push them into there, and another wall launcher here, so these guys that come from there go here, and these have to go through here. Then I usually close this off and have 3 wall launchers and wall lights on this side. Remember, always have wall lights when there's a wall launcher next to it. From this side here, usually they are spawning from here. I close this off. I don't want them to go down there and break through something. I usually go all the way and like do it like this all the way here, so that it's not as exciting for them to go here. And from here I place, okay, this is the beginning of this tunnel. Usually we put gas traps here, gas traps everywhere, into the enclosure where they are greeted by another wall launcher, into the trap tunnel. Wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher, wall lights, wall launcher, floor spikes everywhere, wall lights here. They usually don't go up this here, so it's safe to have gas trap here. Wall lights, and then this is a timeout room with a gas trap, wall lights, and every time you have a timeout room, use the flame grill trap here. You want to have flaming grill trap here, so when they come through here, they get pushed back out here and possibly in the pit, or pushed into this timeout room where they come back here and get pushed into. I like to have like this, so it slows them down just a little bit to have this. It's not much, but a little bit. And another flame grill trap here, because this is pushing them in here, and this one pushes them in here, and gas trap, and some wall lights. And like 90% of the place you want to have wooden floor spikes, or freeze traps once in a while maybe, but not too much. I don't like them too much. Sometimes they don't work that well. And wall lights here if you can. Like after you edit the window, make wall lights here. And possibly even here as well. I think everything is done then. Then when they get onto here, they get thrown up in the air and die. If they have any life left. I think we have this area covered. Then a friend of mine is gonna make another video to show you how to build the base around this, how to make the lobber shield and arena, like where we go up to a safe place, and he will show you all of that. But these are my tunnels and they're working really well. I think that's about it. yeah, time out room. I'm going over everything so you can see it again really fast. Usually we also cover this area because this is a spawn area, and you wanna place some gas traps here. They usually spawn somewhere around this area, so you wanna place gas traps here. Yeah, so this is finished, and it works really well for us. And please let me know how it, if you do this build, how it works for you. You need a good team as well, but mostly the traps do all the work. Yeah, so thank you, and I hope this helped you, this video.